I don't see them in an Islamic state. So if they are not saluma, I want to know how they can bring about aslama. If they're not amuna, I want to know how they can bring about amana. And if they're not hasuna, I want to know how they can bring about ahsana. I want to know how a transitive state that's not there, how you can take that to an intransitive state. If you don't have something, how do you take it to somewhere else? How do you take people from here to there if you weren't there in the first place? Do you see? I mean, I'd really like somebody to figure that out. Because I know there's something in miracles in the Catholic tradition, and you'll even find it, oddly enough, in the Islamic tradition, called bilocation. You know, the ability to be in two places at one time. You can look it up in an encyclopedia of Catholic theology. Bilocation, you know. So maybe they can do it. It's just miraculous. But if they could perform miracles, couldn't they just, you know, wave their magic tasbih and say, Islamic State B, you know, and it is. Well, it's not that easy, is it? And just like that, you know, in Islamic education, what is that? I mean, I hate this adjective. I think we should just get rid of it. Islamic. Because adjectives qualify, right? They give a quality to a noun. And I think we're making a big mistake in using this adjective when you can't see it anywhere. Where's the quality? Where is it? So I think we should just talk about education. Let's forget about Islamic education. Let's just talk about education. I mean, what is that? Stop making claims. Let's stop calling these things Islamic schools and just call them schools. I mean, in the history of Islam, there's never been a school called the Islamic school. Imam al-Ghazali never taught at an institute called the Islamic school. Why? Because they were in the state of Islam. They didn't need adjectives to describe something that was self-evident to everybody. You use adjectives when there's some kind of ambiguity. You use adjectives when you want to explain to people something about the substantive. But when they don't need to have that explanation, you don't need the adjective, right? Because words should be used properly, and they should be used in their place. And that's called adab, or adab, in the Arabic tradition. Adab is putting everything in its proper place. And the adib is the literary man because he always puts words in their proper place. And it's the highest form of adab, is to actually speak properly, to speak well, to speak appropriately. So, having said that, I want to just clarify a few things, and then I'll talk a little bit about what the subject is. One, I've never been an imam to George Bush. I was invited after 9/11, it was actually around September 15th, I was invited by somebody who was working in the White House contacted me. He was actually a Muslim, and his father was very devout Muslim, very well known in America. He was one of the founding members of the Muslim Student Association. And his son was working there, and I got a call. My initial reaction was the famous hadith, Man dakhala ala sultan of tutina. Whoever goes into the places where rulers are, he'll have tribulations. That's a hadith. And I proved it right again. But the counsel that I was given by my teachers and the people I take advice from, they said they felt it was very important. And it certainly is Quranic. I mean, nobody could deny that. Musa alayhi salam is a prophet, and he was sent to Pharaoh, who claimed he was God, not, that his country was God. So if a prophet can go to Pharaoh and he's told to speak kindly to him, وَقُولَ لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا, speak gently to him. That's Quran. If you don't like that ayah, you have to write your own Quran and start your own religion. There's people that do that. You can start your own religion because the Quran says, أَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْضِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْضِ. You believe in parts of the book and then you don't believe in other parts. And I believe in the entire Quran. There's nothing in there that I don't believe in. But I also believe that the Quran is a very sophisticated book. There's no such thing as, the dummy's guide to revelation, the idiot's guide to guidance. That's not our religion. There's other religions out there for people that are looking for that, but that's not Islam. The Quran says that this is a book for people that think deeply. The Quran says, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَمْ عَلَى قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا. Don't they reflect deeply on this book, or are their hearts sealed?